Alright, guys, we're going to talk about her worst prison experiences. First off, have you ever been in a fight?
Yes. Lesbian activity. Yes.
Whoa there.
I had a friend that was my bunkie, was a really good friend. She wanted more. I guess she thought I led her to believe that there was more. It wasn't. Everybody was in everybody's business, so it kind of played off of each person's thoughts or words. And the girl came up on me while I was eating, told me to pack my stuff because we were going to beat each other or going to fight and go to the hole. I stood up. She busted my mouth. No sooner than that, guards come in and tackled her, and we went to the hole.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's real. It's real in there.
Real fake.
Okay. Other experiences. I know that you had mentioned some point before the interview that you've witnessed people die. Stuff.
In Pee Wee Valley, there's a lot of people that are older there. They've been there for life. A lot of people with medical. It's a medical facility. So there was this lady who was just malnourished. She had been there for life for murder. She died right there in front of all of us. We seen them putting her on the gurney and everything. Her last breath was right there in front of us in the dining hall. There's a lot of people that didn't have the proper dosage or levels of medicine. So there's a lot of seizures that happen around, and you're not allowed to touch each other to help each other. There's no contact, so you just have to watch these people lay as their head bounces as a basketball.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a lot of health issues that you seen that was not something you want to see.
Gosh. You had also mentioned a guy that was in the same prison as you.
Yeah. Actually, I was in Kenton County Detention Center. A guy was already in there as a violent offender with murder charge. Don't really know what happened, but I guess he was in like a 2-man cell or a little man cell. Nobody would tell on him, and he actually like manhandled and choked this guy out and killed him with his bare hands. And for 3 days, he laid there with this guy in his cell, put him back in his bunk, used his wristband, and put his arm out to shoot every day to get the food for 3 days, and laid there with him in there. And they, didn't find out till days later.
Oh my gosh, that is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about that? Like, was it creepy to you, or was it just something that happened every day, or?
It's murder completely in there isn't something that happens every day, but you learn to get used to, the unexpected happening every day. So it was kind of like, wow, that sucks. That's a shocker, but it's murder. But in a place like that, you kind of just like, that's horrible, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. You also you have children. Tell us about the Chillins.
All right. So I have 3 kids. I went into prison with 2 kids and pregnant, and come out of prison with 3 kids. I actually had my youngest daughter, which is going to be 3 in March. I had her in Pee Wee Valley in 2010. When I caught this case, I was 6 months pregnant and strung out on drugs. In result of that, I went right there and was not allowed out. I had her with no family, no loved ones, with a correctional officer that had to be there with me the whole time. I had to have the baby chained to a bed. She got to stay with me for 2 days for my aftercare or whatever. Fortunate enough, I had my family to come and pick her up. So after the time was up, I went back to prison and had to leave my baby left there alone with people, the nurses that I never even knew, never knew what was going to happen to my kid again. And I went to prison, back to prison, and my mom and them came down to pick my daughter up, and I didn't lay eyes or touch her again till she was exactly 3 months old when I got out of prison the first time.
Okie dokie. Deep stuff, deep stuff.